Tim is currently waiting for his phone to be fully charged. He's very bored and decides to lay in his bed for a moment to wait his phone till it's fully charged, of course. But suddenly, as he lies in his bed, he suddenly comes up with a question. What is sound? What is it made of? And how can we hear it? After a couple minutes of thinking, he suddenly felt drowsy, and not long after that, he fell asleep into a deep, deep sleep. He suddenly wakes up in the middle of nowhere. In the distance, he can see a little creature that he has never seen before. The creatures move around, carried by gases. Some goes through the liquids, and some goes through the solids. As he looks to his left, he sees one of those little creatures waving at him and telling him to come and get closer to its place. After he gets closer, really close, the creatures directly introduced itself to him.
Hey there, I'm Shaun the Sound. I will be your guide for your tour at Soundtopia. Now, if you don't know what Soundtopia is basically a world of sound that is only accessible by you fellow human when you guys are dreaming. In here, we will show human like you. How are we created? What are we made of? And how can you humans hear us? Now I think that's all you need to know for now. Are you ready to start your adventure? Let us begin, shall we?
As they both are walking to their first destination, Shaun suddenly explained to Tim what is the definition of sound, to keep Tim to not getting bored.
By now you may ask, what is sound? Or what is the exact definition of sound? Now, let me tell you this. Sound is a vibration that propagates as an acoustic wave through a transmission medium such as gas, liquid, or solid. And by now you may ask, what is vibration? Now, that question will be answered in our first destination. It's not that far anymore. We're almost there.
After they walk for a couple of minutes, they finally arrive at their first destination, which is the tree of vibrations.
Finally arrived.
Finally! But what is this?
So, this is our first destination, which is the tree of vibration. By now you might ask, what is vibration? Now, vibration is a periodic motion in which an object moves back and forth repeatedly about the equilibrium point. So, when a matter vibrates, the vibration will escape and travel outwards from the source. It will then propagate and produce sound. So, this tree basically produces vibration. It may look different in your world because in your world, this tree is pretty much every object in your world that creates vibration. Now, I think that's all that you need to know for this destination. Let's move on to our second destination, shall we?
Why are we following the other sound?
That's because we are going to where they have to go, which is the wave station.
After a couple of minutes of walking, they finally arrive to the wave station.
There you go, we finally arrived.
Okay. Now, tell me, what is wave exactly?
A wave is a kind of disturbance that travels through space and matter. Wave motion transfers energy from one place to another. Waves are caused by vibration. It is simply sound transportation system to finally arrive to humans' ears. It can travel through gases, liquid, and solids, but not vacuum, because in vacuum there are no atoms or molecules that can carry the sound. This can be proven by an astronaut that is currently escaping from our solar system. He can't really hear anything there. This can happen because of the lack of molecule or atom that occurs outside of our solar system. Now, there are 4 types of waves in total. 2 based on a medium, which is electromagnetic waves, waves that travel without a medium needed, and mechanical waves, which is waves that need medium to transfer energy. And the other one is based on the direction of propagation of waves, which is transverse wave. So like the vibration direction is perpendicular to the direction of the propagation of the waves, and longitudinal wave, the vibration direction is parallel to the direction of propagation of the waves.
Can we ride one of those waves?
Sure, it is our next activity of the tour anyway.
Please stand clear of the doors.
Wow! That was fast.
Of course it's fast, because we sound travel about 343 meters per second. Oh, and by the way, welcome to human ears.
Wow, this is human ear. It's very cool. But in which part are we exactly?
Good question. We are currently on outer ear. And after outer ear, we will walk into a narrow passageway that leads us into the eardrum.
Wow! See you at the eardrum.
Hey, wait!
After they run all the way from the outer ears to the end of the passageway, they finally arrive to the eardrum.
Arrived at last.
What does the eardrum do?
Good question. Eardrum is a thin layer of tissue that separates the outer and internal parts of the ear. It transmits the sound inward and protects the rest of the ear from infection. The eardrum vibrates from the incoming sound wave and sends this vibration to the three tiny bones in the middle of the ear.
What are those three bones? And what does it do?
These bones are called the occipital. The occipital bones are working together to pass the sound wave to the cochlea.
Okay, understandable. But what is cochlea?
Now, cochlea is our last destination. I'll explain about it later when we arrive. For now, let's just continue our journey, shall we?
Let's go!
After a couple minutes of walking, they finally arrive to their last destination, which is the cochlea.
Wow! Where are we? There are so many hairs in here, and it's kinda wet too.
Now, this is our very last destination. We are currently in cochlea. The cochlea is a snail-shaped structure filled with fluid and tiny hair-like structure. When vibration reaches the cochlea, the hairs in cochlea are moving backward and forward.
So, how can human ears understand and recognize the sound?
Wait, I'm not finished yet. The hair in cochlea send electrical signal to you fellow humans' brain along set of nerve. And your brain interprets this signal as sound that you guys can recognize and understand. And with that being said, our tour has come to an end.
Wait, that's it?
Yup, and you'll be teleported back to real life in a few seconds from now.
Whoa, man. I wish I can stay any longer. But thank you so much, Shaun, for wedding crowd Discord.
Not a problem, man. That's my job anyway.
Well, see you in my next game, I guess.
See ya, pal.
What is this? An assignment. Make and ignore videos about sound. Group 29 of March.